Our behavior reflects what we feel on the inside, and nobody is that good actor to suppress it. So it means that whatever we are feeling on the inside, our body projects somehow. And there are two key elements we need to have when we are applying for this skill. The first one is knowing what you are looking for, so the knowledge. And the second one is honesty. Honesty to yourself, that what you are seeing, you are really comprehending that, and you are not projecting what you want to see there, but actually taking what you see and making those evaluations in your head based upon the truth that you are seeing in front of yourself. Hi everybody, Martin here, hope you're doing great, hope you had an amazing time, and we are diving in the video right now. There are two requirements that are essential for you to obtain the skill of reading body language in a relationship and determining where the relationship is going. So the first one is knowing the normal behavior of your partner, aka baseline. But let's stick with the normal words. So every single person is acting somehow in a particular situation. So for example, when you are sad, happy, anger, when you are in a time press, when you are nervous, when you are tired, unhappy, when you are relaxed, when you feel somehow on the inside, it creates another behavior. And this behavior changes, so you will be acting differently when you are sad, when you are relaxed, when you are happy, when you are angry, when you are tired, but you are consistent within these emotions, within these moods. So when you are able to be aware of how your partner is changing with each mood, with each setting, it will be getting easier for you to determine when there is something wrong and when there is something changing. And a note on that is that it will take a couple of first hours you are spending with each other to determine these modes and settings, most of them. Like 80% of all the settings that you need to be observing, you can get within the first several hours. Let's say like 5-6 hours spending together. So it's not observing on a long years. It can get like more precise after the years, but you will get necessary minimum within these first couple of hours. And anything that's under that time is like a blind shot, and I wouldn't recommend doing anything like any important decisions in less time. The second one, knowledge that behavior is usually more powerful than words are. So when your partner says, I'm fine, and you see that the behavior is completely off, completely deviated from the baseline, you know there is something wrong, and consider that non-verbals more important than that your partner said I'm fine. So this is that I'm fine is something totally different, and it's like a test that you are being put to. So you have to be listening to the non-verbals. So you pass the test, and so you solve that thing immediately, and you know what's going on in there. So we are getting to the points. So the first one, less physical contact. Physical contact is a mirror of how we feel on the insides towards the person standing in front of us. So when you really can relate to someone and you feel close to that person, you are going to stand quite close to that person. And when the person feels the same, the distance will be getting closer. When there is someone who you don't like, the distance will be increasing. It is not only applicable to romantic relationships, to any relationship with your friends, with a colleague at work. When you two are getting closer to each other, it means that you are bonding well, and not only in a romantic way. But when these settings is happening in a romantic relationship, and unfortunately you are getting further away, that the partner is not wanting to be close to you, is maybe sitting in another seat when you are having lunch than he used to, so he's sitting far away from you. When you go to sleep, he sleeps on the edge of the bed, so he or she is not close to you. They are sitting on a different edges of sofa, stuff like that. When the distance between you is increasing, it means that the mental distance is increasing as well, and that is not a good sign. But the deviation from the baseline is important. When that person is doing that from the day one, it's probably their natural state, and you want to be reading differences from that. But when you two are like close to each other all the time, and suddenly the person starts separating from you, there is an alarm and red flag, and you want to be digging why is that. The second point, less synchrony. Again, not only romantic ones. When they are close to each other and when they understand each other properly, they are synchronized. In the meaning that when you are observing a couple that is together for a long time, not only that they start look alike, but they are like soldiers. They have a completely synchronized movement. And I sometimes do that. I have learned that thing not that long ago. So I'm observing couples outside, how they walk. And when I see that they are really synchronized, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, and the hands are doing the same movements, and it's beautiful to watch. On the other side, when there is a couple that is either starting, having a fight, not understanding each other, or approaching the terminal station of the relationship, they are not synchronized. One is walking faster than the other. They are not matching in a amount of gestures they are using, maybe in the distance, and all these, like, they are not synchronized at all. So, synchronicity, when you are in that relationship, is more in a form of feeling. So when you feel that there is something off with your partner, it probably is that you are less synchronizing, and that may signify that the relationship is, that the mental closeness and that bond is breaking and you are drifting apart. As I said, that asynchrony can happen sometimes when you don't have a good day, or when you have a fight, or when there's just one is in completely different place than the other one. But when this asynchrony becomes pathological, so it happens a lot of the time, there is a reason behind that, and you want to find that out, because less synchrony means that there is a less bonding in between you, and that is a sign that the relationship could be heading to an end. Another point, less patience. When you are in love with the person, you are very patient with him, with her. And when you stop caring about that person, when you are mentally heading towards an end of that relationship, the patience drops like a stock market on October 19, 1987, on a Black Friday, which is the biggest dip in a stock market. So the patience drop the same way when you feel like that relationship is about to end. So when you are experiencing that your partner is less patient with you on a longer term, on a longer period of time, it means that there is something off as well, and you want to be digging why is that. And the point that is distilled from the less patience one is there is more constructive and destructive criticism delivered in a rude way. When your partner is thinking about ending a relationship with you, he or she stops caring about you, and they are less patient about stuff, so they see more of the negative stuff on you. So they are delivering more of a criticism, and that criticism may be delivered in a rude way, in a form that they don't care whether they don't care whether they offend you or not. So when there is more fights, when there are more criticism delivered in that unempathetic way, it means that the person has changed some of the beliefs that on the inside, and that has that had some cause. The thing that is measured in here is a number of criticisms and the way they are delivered. Like, criticism, constructive and destructive, can be part of any relationship, but when the number increases, that delivering of that criticism is getting ruder and ruder, it's the point that you want to start be alert and the red flags are popping out. And the last point, the deviation from that casual behavior, that baseline. I know that is very general advice, but this is the principle that you can take and you can apply that to any situation that you may be experiencing in your life, in your relation. There is a normal life and there are deviations from that. Is your partner maybe kissing you more, or I don't know, spending more time with you, or doing anything that you like more? So why is that change? Maybe he starts feeling some feelings for me. He likes me more, or there's something happened that caused him to express more love to me. On the other side, he stops kissing you. He stops, I don't know, doing something you like, and that is on the downside. It has a cost as well. So, and when there is a change in the behavior, it is caused by something, and you want to be finding out what caused that, so you are not surprised later on when something come out of that in time. It may be good, it may not be good, but it's better to be ready for these things. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, let me know in an email that's written in the description, and if you want to know more about relationships, there is a video about touches I know I spoke about it, but I speak about it in that video even more in depth. So if you want to know more about it, please be my guest. And that's everything for me. I will be looking forward to see you in this video, and bye.